Here we go.
Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
I want to put my face in that grass.
Or you're trying to make eye contact with a person.
Maybe you're looking at it from the wrong angle.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
And marker. Oh man, that was bad. It was a real bad pause. That was my fault. I slipped.
I'll clean it up in post.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to give you another pause. Oh shit, I messed it up again.
I thought it was pretty good.
And marker. Welcome to Off the Cut, episode 144 for Tuesday, December 27th. Jesus Lord. December 17th, 2024. This is rough already. Oh,
it starts rough, and then once we settle into the groove, then we get good towards the end.
At least you didn't take off your finger.
Yeah,
true.
That's true. But you know what's sharp?
The bourbon blade that you can get at KM Tools.
Yeah, buddy. Listen,
which is the new official slate of the podcast. Ah, dang it. I didn't do it right either.
That's such a good sound. We were talking about it before the show. The bourbon blade, available at kmtools.com, is for woodworkers by woodworkers, just like all the other tools at their store.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, this isn't just a knife. It's a fidget thing.
It's arguably more of a fidget thing than a knife. For me, anyways. I found that's the most compelling use case for me.
I just sit there, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it never gets old.
No. I was saying before the show started, it gets better as you use it more. Mine's really starting to break in now, and I gotta say, I like the feel of it.
I gotta be honest with you. I kind of feel like a hard ass. Like if I pulled out a pair of worn jeans, give it a little wah, and go at something like opening up an Amazon package.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
You know what's a really good feeling? When you go to Home Depot and you got to buy a 2x4, but the 2x4s are all still strapped together.
Oh.
Without your bourbon blade, you cut right through that strap. You undo it. You're free 2x4s. Be free.
If you're getting them at Home Depot, they're going to be banana-ing like crazy. That's why they have to strap them down.
Yeah, that clip is under quite a bit of tension. You cut it and it goes wing.
You gotta stand back.
Yeah. Well, if you want to pick up a bourbon blade as well as tons of other awesome tools, you can head over to kmtools.com, where a portion of all their proceeds go directly towards the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund. And this month is Giving Month.
Giving Month. I take the G off the end.
Giving month. Okay, I like that. So Jonathan has a challenge that he's trying to get to. For the month of December, Jonathan is trying to raise $50,000 worth of donations so that in 2025, they can help out even more people with even cooler, bigger, better tools for all the recipients. So we have a link in the podcast show notes if you would like to donate any amount directly towards the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund and help them reach that goal.
That's right. Very noble goal. And also, as always, we got $50 from kmtools.com every single month to give away to one of our so deserving patrons.
We should have asked Jonathan. Well, I feel like this kind of goes away from the collecting money for the giving thing. If we could be like, dude, can you give away $50 gift cards? He'd be like, guys, no.
Can you give away $51,000 gift cards?
He's like,
$51 gift cards.
Oh, actually, that'd probably be a better marketing play because I don't think he has anything on his website that's $1.
No, dude, that is a classic marketing play. I get these emails and stuff like that all the time where it's like you get a $5 off coupon, but everything on the website's $100. So it's they're not really giving anything away at that point.
It's boy math. If you don't use that coupon to get something at kmtools.com, you're actually losing money.
True.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Smart.
Well, I feel like we got so much to talk about.
Oh, so much to go over.
airing of grievances. But I think we should air our grievances in the after show.
Sure. Yeah, I could
You
do
said
that.
you had some grievances to air.
Yeah, dude, I'm fired up right now. We could talk about it in the after show, though. That's probably a more appropriate place for because it's got nothing to do with woodworking or anything like that. It's pure just life being.
You said something about bills, right?
Yeah, big expensive bill over the weekend that I wasn't ready for.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Well, I wrote it down. We will definitely circle back to that.
Okay.
Well, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons. We got Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop, Goblin Spanker, Corey Duvall, and Josh at Sawdust Builds. Thanks so much for supporting the show. You guys and all of our other patrons that keep this thing going get access to the after show. And we have one ask of you guys this week. It's the giving season. If we can ask each of you to take 2 minutes of your time, there's a survey linked in the podcast show notes. Go over there. It'll take 2 minutes. Fill it out.
It was going to be more than 2 minutes, and then Deric got in there and he was like, "This is too long, Eric," and then he rewrote it. So
yeah, we had a couple back and forths on it, and Deric's like, "Dude, this is way too many questions." That was like multiple pages, and Derek's like, "No, we're not doing this." So we toned it down. It's very short, but we would love to hear your feedback. And all I'll say is, if you fill it out, maybe there's something in it for you.
Yeah.
Perhaps there might be a little bonus at the end, right at the end.
Maybe, but you won't know unless you go take the survey. But so
11 questions. That's all we ask.
11 questions. Quick. All you got to do is tap, 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 move on. And the whole point of it is we want to hear your guys' feedback about how we can improve the show, things that you want to see maybe change, maybe get better, maybe get added, maybe get taken out. And we're doing this for you guys. So if we don't hear anything back from you, we don't know. Yeah, we just keep going. But
Joe at Delaware Valley Workshop just told us it took him exactly 2 minutes and 35 seconds to complete the survey.
All right. Fair.
Yeah.
It is. So, Deric, I actually wanted to start the show tonight with what you and I were talking about before Zach joined about a little issue you're having with the project that you're working on. So tell me about it. You're talking about a router and slat wall or something?
Yeah, so I'm building up these display slat walls. So it's just you get there's this special bit you get. I don't remember the name of it. Don't ask me.
Is it the keyhole bit?
Kind of, yeah. Like
it's a T.
Yeah, it looks like a T.
Yeah,
It just kind of it creates like a T slot specific for these types of walls, and so you're plowing through the wood, right? Like you're eating up a lot. You're doing a lot of chewing there. And I got it on my big boy router. It's not on the little palm one. And so I got it going, and it's taking a lot because it's going through plywood. So it's not like it's going through hardwood. I think it would take me forever if I was trying to do it through hardwood. But I'm just going through plywood, halfway through it and working this thing through. Each slat wall section is 2 pieces of plywood that have been laminated together, 3/4 inch plywood. So now it's an 1.5 inches thick. It's about 36 inches wide, 48 inches high, and I'm going straight across 16 times all the way up. And then doing it on the other side 16 times all the way up. So whenever this thing stands up, you got display wall on both sides, whichever side you're standing on.
32 total passes.
32 total passes.
36 inches.
And 4 of them all together. So whatever the math is.
Whoa. Oh, let's figure that. Hold on.
32 times.
So that's
4.
3 feet times 16 on each side?
Yeah. So 128 total slots are getting cut. And I'm figuring each one has taken me about 4 to 5 minutes to do because it takes about a minute or so to work it all the way through.
Yeah.
Then set the router down, take the vacuum hose, clear out the, because it's just throwing. I've got the vacuum hose attached to the top of it, but it's because it's that open slot, it's still throwing debris out the backside and all over my piece. I got it backed up against the opening of the garage to keep as most of it out of my garage as I can because it is generating a ton of dust. And
so at 16 slots per side, two
sides
sides per thing. That's 32 per. You
Yeah.
have 4 of them.
128 total.
And it's going to take you 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes apiece, yeah.
That's like
That's like 10
10.6 hours
Yeah.
worth of routing. Gee,
Wow.
Lord.
I know. And then I got to clean them all up, like, because each one of them's got like a little bit of like fuzz to it, so you got to like sand that through. Yeah, so this is going to be a good day or two of solid work to do. I did half of one of them today, like, because I had to build a jig to lay out my router so that I could hit the line each time with my router, and I got through one of them today, half of one of them today. And,
damn! I'm trying to think if there's a way you could do that faster or easier. Like, I'm like, if you went ahead of time and you like, or if you cut like a relief channel with the table saw first, and then, but then
I'd have to line it all up. I mean, I'd have to be perfect on lining it up after the fact if I cut the relief channel.
Yeah,
and make sure I get that at the correct depth. Otherwise,
I mean, like, I maybe go on bits and buy like the most expensive bit you possibly can, in the hopes that it cuts just that little bit faster or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But the other thing is, the other thing is, I'm sure it's gonna, like, let's be real, you're gonna wear out that bit. I'm sure that bit's at the end of its life at the end of this project.
Yeah, it was like a $50 bit too, so it wasn't
50 or 15.
50, 50.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get the cheap one. I got the it starts with an F. I can't remember. I found it on Amazon.
Huh. I'm gonna see if, just out of curiosity, bits. But that's where I get mine. Was it keyhole?
Yeah,
what size did you go with?
Let me find it here.
There was like a 3/8 inch one.
Or maybe is there like a?
Was it a 1/2 inch shank or a 1/4 inch shank?
1/2 inch.
Okay, so the one I found on Bits, it's a white side 3/8 inch diameter keyhole bit. It's $36.
Okay, it's a little cheaper at the very least.
Not
next shipping though, so
it's got that special coating, but I mean, still, like, oh man, if you're, it's a straight cutter, like it's not a spiral one, so you're gonna struggle. Go slow. I mean, that's the same thing. Like, have you guys ever used that like match fit router bit from
no.
What the hell it's called? Micro jig.
It's you basically
like you use it.
I haven't used it.
Use those the match fit clamps and stuff like that.
Oh,
it's a dovetail bit, dude. It takes an eternity. To route like a long channel with that.
Like, I wonder what if. No, I was trying to think. Like, is there a way you could like hook up your air compressor and be like blowing air in?
Oh yeah, Deric, are you doing it on the router table or freehand router?
Freehand router. Okay.
Does it have dust? You have the DeWalt one, right?
Yep.
Does it have dust? You have dust extraction on it?
Yeah, I got the little. I got that on there, and it's pulling it out from above the bit. But what's the problem is everything's shooting down the channel.
Yeah. I mean, especially with that, because it's basically a captured cut. Or like it can't pull the chips out of there. So it's not the fault of your router. Even the most expensive router in the world is not going to help you with that one. Ah, man, that's.
And you can't even do it in like multiple passes, right? Because the shape of the cut, you have to do it all at once.
Yep, and that's the problem. So I thought about looking for a. I can't find the bit. It's not in my shirt. That's weird. I thought about printing out like a boot to go around the base of it. That could capture the chips as they come out the backside. But I haven't found one, and I don't have the time to design one.
Yeah, you'd have to design your own.
If you had all the time in the world, I have this idea, and hear me out. It goes behind the router, almost like a little foot. So as you move the router, it's also like pushing the chips and maybe like breaking the chips up and helping you like suck them up. But I have a feeling it wouldn't work very well. It'd actually just get jammed up.
Yeah. See, if I had the time, what I would do is I would design one that follows in the slot to keep it aligned as well. So it would key into the slot from the backside and suck out the chips at the same time.
Yeah.
As you're working your way through. But I don't know how well that would work. I don't know if that would end up just binding up or if it would be effective. Be curious though.
I mean, yeah.
This is one of those things where, like, I've got to imagine as you've gotten further and further in this project, you found like ways to make the whole process like more efficient, right? You found ways of like, if you imagine if this was your job and all you did all day, every day was build this thing, you would become insane at this. I'm sure you would come up with a process that would work.
If this was something, if I was making these on a daily basis, I would 100% invest in a CNC machine because I could design this on the CNC and have it cut it out of cut each one out of 2 separate sheets of plywood. Yeah. Just lay down the full sheet of plywood, all the cuts are planned, it cuts everything out, and then I just put it together. Other than the trim work, but yeah.
I bet even on a CNC ideal. That would be a pretty hardy cut for it to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it could take its time.
Yeah,
true.
The thing about the CNC is you just leave it running overnight. I mean, you're not supposed to do that, but
well, you're doing other things.
Yeah,
imagine how noisy Jonathan's shop is with like all those CNCs and laser cutters and stuff running.
I know. Dude, hey, is your laser cutter loud? Does it make noise?
I wouldn't say it's loud, but like you definitely hear it.
Okay.
You don't need hearing protection, but I mean, the laser cutter I have is significantly smaller than any large.
It's just the fan that's making the noise, though, right?
Yeah,
you can't hear light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but there's like
under the right circumstances.
Under the right circumstances. Jesus. Oh. Well, yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I think you're on the right path. I think it's a brute force.
Yep.
I mean, buy a better router. That's like a higher horsepower router might help a little bit.
Yeah. What do you have?
It's already 2.5? Yeah, it's already. I think it's 2.5 for the DeWalt there.
And really, anything bigger than that, like, I don't know that I want to go handheld. I know.
Yeah.
I think like Triton and Porter Cable make like a 3.5 horsepower one, which might be better. But
2.25.
Okay.
2.25. Okay. Yeah.
And I think Festival's got a super expensive one that's probably like $2,000 for that router though. And
you got to try and hit that sweet spot of, okay, if I buy this thing, like say this task is going to take you 10 hours to do. If you buy a better router that's going to save you 5 hours, you basically have to multiply your hourly rate by 5 and then say, okay, can I get the tool for that much money?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I've got to imagine probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think it's going to do it twice as fast. I don't think a new router is going to do it twice as fast.
No, unless it like cleaned it up at the same time, because half my time's also spent on cleanup after each cut.
Yeah.
Can you get a bit of efficiency by not? Oh, actually, hey, the Milwaukee router is 3.5 horsepower, so that's a pretty big step up. It's only $400, but can you get a bit of efficiency by like doing all the cuts, like lumping similar tasks together, like doing all of the cuts and then doing all the cleanup at the end or something?
Well, I have to, at the very least, brush off the surface because they're all 2 1/4 inch apart. So it's throwing everything onto the surface. So you got to at least you get like a flat surface to lay your register jig on.
Yeah.
Ugh, this just sounds brutal.
Yeah. Dude, headphones and time. That's all. Right.
I mean, I throw a movie on, throw an audiobook on, get into it.
But the thing is if you make one slip up, your routed groove is no longer straight, and it ruined that entire piece.
Yeah. Throw it on the backside. Call it a day.
There is no backside.
There is no. I thought you had to do both sides of it.
Yeah, but it's already laminated together.
Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but throw it at like the side that like faces away from the person when you drop it off.
You know what I just thought about, Deric?
Yeah.
Do you have someone local that has a CNC that you could pay them to just basically run the job for you?
I probably could, but I think time is against me at that point.
That's fair. That's fair.
I have delivery time that I need to meet, and I don't think with the holidays and everything I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Totally fair. That makes sense. Oh, damn it.
I know.
I got to think, dude, you going through this reminds me of like, I'm done with it now. But edge banding so much plywood, dude.
Oh, your cabinets
sucks. It's awful.
Yes.
The PVC edge banding, I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It's terrible.
Really? You didn't like it? What, the adhesive?
So here's the problem with it. And you probably didn't.
Oh, right. You were saying it's hard to get the temperature sweet spot, right?
Right. You heat it up too much, it shrinks, cracks, and like bubbles, and then dude, it's terrible. And don't get me started about laminate with contact adhesive. I finished that for all my countertops.
Oh,
dude, that's brutal.
That sucks.
It's so nice to have, but the process of it is a nightmare.
It's so messy, and it's like yeah.
And because like, when you're doing large surfaces, you're like, okay, well, I can do like one at a time now.
Yeah. Yes. True. Yeah. Good point.
And my plan with that is I cut the pieces like 4 inches too big, so that you have so much margin of error. Because you're never going to get it lined up perfectly straight. And then you just zip it off at the end and like, okay, you wasted a bunch of laminate. But like the reality is if you have a strip that's 6 inches wide versus 4 inches wide at the end, like you're going to throw that out anyway.
Exactly. Although I will say when you do it kind of sucks sometimes when you go to trim it off because that contact adhesive it's so sticky and it gets on everything.
I know.
It gunks up your bit real good when you go trim off the excess.
I know. That's why I have like a burner bit that's for laminate.
Yeah.
And then if you soak it in mineral spirits, you can get most of it off too.
That's a good call.
That's not perfect, but you know, it is what it is. But man.
Whew.
So what have you been working on, Zach? Your last few videos have been doing pretty well, man. I watched your subwoofer video.
Yes, thank you.
That was good stuff. I didn't know you had woodworking tools.
Yeah, I do. I have a couple. Small collection. I don't really bring them out that often, but you know.
I like the video. It was fun.
Thank you. First video I've done in a long time without a sponsor. I was trying to like pin down somebody to do it, but I couldn't find it, and I was like, let me just put it out.
I had the same thing.
Season. Yeah.
It was like I needed to put a video out.
It's
the time of year. I was like, I guess I'm putting one out without a sponsor.
I'm actually going to put one out tomorrow too, which is my toolless video. That's a rip off of yours, which is a rip off of Matt's, which is maybe he got the idea from somebody else.
Which is a rip off from a bunch of other people.
Yeah, 12 tools I regret not buying sooner.
Ooh,
I think yours is the first top 10 tools video.
Yeah, I wonder. I think your first one was 10 tools. Your current one is 11 tools. So I'm carrying on that streak with the 12 tools. You're gonna have to go 13 next year.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to do a compilation of toolless videos too.
Yeah,
146 tools I regret not buying sooner.
Dude, I've been struggling to get anything done lately because this goddamn dog. I mean, I love her, but it's very time consuming looking after a puppy.
You're just working and you're like, oh, gotta take her out. Oh, gotta feed her.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta do this.
You cannot leave the dog alone because she'll eat things and kill herself. Like she'll chew on cables and stuff like that. So she either has to be under your direct supervision or in her crate sleeping. Yeah. And, she'll only sleep for however many hours a day. So it's basically like, I'll put her in the crate. I'll get to work for an hour. And then she starts whimpering. She's got to be let out. Got to take her out to pee. Got to take her to eat, all these things. So I'm lucky right now if I can get like 2 or 3 hours of work done a day. So.
Are you like me where you struggle doing like 15 minutes of work, going downstairs, doing laundry, doing 15 minutes of work, taking a phone call, doing 15 minutes of work, doing this? Like, dude, I need to like be like, okay, now I'm writing a script.
Yes.
And then
I need to sink in. I need to sink in for like 3 hours or something like that. Like I can do emails like in bursts here and there. It's like, okay, I'll sit down for 15 minutes and pound out some emails.
Right.
But the really creative stuff, like the scripting, the actual doing the project, like I can't work on something like get the cameras set up and all that and then just work for 15 minutes. It doesn't really work. Yeah.
Right. So, like, have you actually gotten anything done since the dog, or do you just feel like you've gotten nothing done?
I've had a few days. Mostly, I've been working on the weekends. So weekends, Sophie's not working, so she can take the lion's share of the dog, and then I get to do it. But then it's hard to work on the weekends too, because you're like, well, this is my time off.
Right, dude. I struggle with the exact same thing. I mean, especially now where it's just like, okay, well, like, you know, I did tons of work in the garage on projects or editing or whatnot throughout the week.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I still have more stuff to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It never ends.
I know. I've got a whole long list of projects that I want to get to. So I'm hoping over the Christmas break I can pound some stuff out while Sophie's off work and she can look after the dog a little bit. And then as the dog gets older, obviously it'll get better. But this puppy stage is particularly tough. Yeah.
Are you going to train him to come hang out in the garage with you while you're working on stuff?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that'd be nice.
Her.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the plan eventually.
Are you gonna
I've been trying to expose her to like power tool noises and stuff like that so she doesn't get freaked out by them.
Okay.
Shop dog.
Yeah. You got to train her to open up the fridge and get you a beer too.
I know, right? And we'll see. She's pretty smart. I've already got her. She can do like, you know, sit, lay down, shake a paw, roll over, all that stuff. So we're working our way down the list.
I mean, it looks like you're beyond 90% of dog owners.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the dog is, for those who don't know, is a Rottweiler. So it's like it's one of these breeds where it has to be well behaved. You can't have a big dog that's like rowdy and jumping on people. So I'm trying to take the training very seriously.
What is it with people? Like, I'm sure we all have these folks in our lives that you go over to their home and they're like, oh, wait, you can't come in yet. And you're like,
yeah.
I have to like put my dog in another room or they're going to eat you. I'm like,
yeah.
Why do you have this dog?
Yeah. Well, yeah. A lot of people will just get a dog because they think it looks cool and then not be prepared to deal with the consequences.
Right.
I think that's the difference between being a dog's friend and being a dog's, I don't want to say owner, but,
Yeah, no, I mean,
whatever.
master, owner. I mean, I'm not sure master's much better than owner, but
yeah, it's true. Dominant.
No, like that's the thing. Like, and I've been doing a lot of research about this particular breed. And it's like you cannot let the dog think that it's in charge, because when it thinks it's in charge, then it'll get aggressive and it'll start developing all these bad habits. So,
do you have any like scares that are like you see the dog do something and you're like, oh no, we're not making this a thing?
I mean, anything to do with biting, but all puppies are like nippy, right? It's like how they kind of like interact with the world. So I don't know. We're just trying to make every time she nips, it's like, okay, that means playtime's over. You go in your crate, you chill out, and then so.
Well, at least you guys have like a backyard that you can let her run around, and you got a decent sized house and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, she's been ripping around the backyard. It's completely killed my lawn. She's tearing it up, digging, all these little things. So,
you big lawn care guy, Zach? You strike me as the guy that knows everything about lawn care.
I wouldn't say I'm a big lawn care guy, but I do get it. That sense of pride when my yard is like nice and kept and looking well. Yeah. Nice and
I see all these clips on Instagram of like I think the account's called like the lawn dude or the lawn dad or something like that.
Yeah.
And this guy has all these tools that he does his lawn. Like his lawn looks like the green on a golf course. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Like, I like the guys have you seen the guys who will mow their lawns in different directions, like a crosshatch pattern? Yeah. So that it looks, you get like a cool pattern in it when you look at it. Yeah. Very cool.
That's going to be me this summer. Mm-hmm. I picked up a mower for Black Friday, and obviously I haven't used it yet, but it was killing me.
But it's good to have. It's good to, like, you want to have it there ready to go when you need it. You don't have to run to the store in the spring. So
No, Darren, I got an electric one. It's like a quarter acre, a little less than that. So I was like, that'll be totally fine. So it was an offer I couldn't say no to. It was the Milwaukee something or other.
Ooh, does it take two 20-volt batteries?
Yes.
Or
and I already, whatever
right?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I already have a bunch of Milwaukee batteries, like the big 8 amp hour ones,
Oh, nice.
and a couple of those rapid chargers. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry about running out of battery.
Yeah.
But,
dude, the cordless lawn care stuff now is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. You have to be. Maybe if you were doing snowblower, maybe that justifies gas still. But weed whackers, leaf blowers, and stuff like that, unless you have a massive yard, cordless ones are great.
Do you have all the DeWalt stuff, or do you have an Ego or whatever?
I actually have a bunch of Craftsman stuff because I have a bunch of Craftsman batteries, and they have a pretty extensive lawn care range. So I just went with that. Yeah.
And no issues with it? Everything's good enough for what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't have a huge yard. Maybe if I had a big, nice piece of land, I'd go for something bigger. But for a city backyard, front yards, it's great.
And no maintenance either. You don't have to worry about the spark plugs and changing oil and mixing fuel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And as long as you keep the yard maintained, it doesn't bog it down too bad or anything, you're fine. Like Zach said.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Stay on top of it. Not so
Worst
bad.
case scenario, you make one cut, raise it up, and then cut it again. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to be outside, right?
Well, that's the other thing. It's just nice being outside in the summertime. Goddamn winter.
Although one thing I've been discussing
spend some summer down here and tell me that.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, Texas heat. One thing I've been discussing about lawn care stuff with Miranda is I think we're just gonna hire somebody to do the seeding and aerating and all that kind of stuff because I can't be bothered with it. And then they'll just show up on the days that it needs to be done and then move on with your life.
Yeah. I mean, the lawn care stuff I've seen is actually sometimes being surprisingly affordable.
Yeah.
It's not crazy expensive to have somebody come out and do that stuff because they got all the tools, they got the setup. They'll do it in an hour, whereas for you, it'd be a whole day affair, right?
Right. And they know exactly how much to put down, what to put down, when to put it down, how to apply it. Have them do it. But I enjoy mowing because it takes me 40 minutes, 45 minutes to mow the lawn. It's just kind of throw a book on, zone out for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Do it on Saturday morning, anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we're done on that topic, I got a new 3D printer today, and I want to show you this thing. I don't know if this picture really does it justice. Come on, camera.
Okay. Is that a bamboo? What is it?
No, that's the new Creality printer. So I would say conservatively, it's probably about twice the size of the bamboo printers.
Okay, so the bamboo
the bed the same size?
No. The bed. So the bed on the bamboo is 256 by 256 by 256,
which is 10 by 10 by 10, roughly.
Yeah. This is 350 by 350 by 350.
Well, right. Extra 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, so it's 14 by 14 by 14, and the way volume works, let's see,
300% larger.
Something like that, yeah. Let's see, 256 by 256 by 256. So that is 1.7 cubic meters, I guess. Yeah, 1.7 cubic meters. Is that right?
That sounds about right.
And then 350 by 350 by 350. Is that right? 42? Wait, I feel like I did that math wrong.
I don't know.
Anyways, look, this is horrible podcasting, but it's significantly larger. I was surprised when I saw the size of this thing. I don't know that it's going to fit on the desk behind me. It's so large. It's got to be 36 inches tall at least, with the multi-material system on top of it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a unit. I'm very excited to get going with it, but it's a unit.
Are you
So
doing
you've-
like a ad thing for them?
I'm not. I was just really. I had a project in mind that I wanted to do that I needed a bigger printer for.
Okay.
That's my question.
So I just said, "Hey, can you send me this and I'll use it in a video?" And they're like, "Yep, sure, no problem."
Huh.
So
Right on.
yeah.
That's one of the things I can see happening as far as 3D printing goes, right? I think the speed is already pretty damn good. Like, can you get faster?
Oh, for sure. But
Yeah, but I think what you're going to see now is people going for one, lowering the price so it's
Yeah.
cheaper, more affordable,
Yeah.
and going bigger as far as print volumes, because you don't think
Yeah.
that like a 10-inch by 10-inch plate, you're like, oh, that's plenty big enough. But like, okay, what if you want to print a drawer slide
yeah,
where you're done? You can't do it.
12-inch drawer slide, anyways, you can't do, right?
Right.
I mean,
See-
it has come up a fair bit where I've run up against the limits of what my 3D printer can do.
Mm-hmm. Same for me.
So, yeah. So,
I think the next big steps are going to be in your filament and the detail at which you can print, and how well those layers adhere and fuse, so that you have less
layer lines and stuff like that.
layer lines, and less delamination or issues between layers where it doesn't want to hold together, or it breaks apart or whatever. Creating strength between those layers. I think that's what I would like to see, at least.
Yeah.
Which I got me a 0.2, because this comes with a 0.4. So I got a 0.2 in the mail the other day to try that out and see how detailed I can make things.
And have you used it yet?
I have not yet, no.
Okay.
But I got a 0.4 and I did a QR code that's scannable, and it's not that big. Like, it's an inch, maybe.
Yeah, 0.2 is quite small. I think I tried like just running the simulation of how long a 0.2 print would take, and it was like,
It takes longer.
Yeah, it was exponentially longer. Like, it wasn't going from 0.4 to 0.2 was twice as long. It was like 4 times longer.
Yeah.
Well, what do you actually need that fine of detail for?
I have some plans.
Yeah, you got some fun stuff coming up. That's cool. And there's also you can get bigger nozzles too. You can get a 0.8, and then it's
fast.
Very fast.
Which I got one of those coming too, because I figured for like big like shop stuff, like I don't care about the detail, so I'll print it fast on a 0.8.
That might end up actually being stronger. I only tried doing a 0.8 once before, and I was like, whoa, this looks bad. Like, just in terms of like the layer lines and stuff like that, it's very obvious that it's 3D printed. Whereas the 0.4, it's like sometimes you can't even tell if you're using the right material.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, did you ever get that? I was going to say that PVA filament. Did you ever try it out yet?
No.
I'm just going to order some and try it out now. I'm waiting on you.
Well, I have a grievance to air. I
haven't used it yet. PVA yet.
I ordered a bunch of filament from Bamboo on like the 20th of November.
Oh,
still hasn't come.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Did they give you a tracking number?
Yeah.
And it just says in transit still?
No, I got a tracking number on the 12th of December. And it says that UPS still hasn't received the package.
Yeah, they generate the tracking numbers pretty quick, but they're slow to... They've been really busy this season, I think, because they've been really slow to get stuff out to me as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if all their holiday sales are catching up to them and they haven't been able to keep up with it. That's good, because I need to order some filament from them for upcoming videos. So I should get on that sooner rather than later.
Yeah. But, it is what it is. Oh, man.
3D printing. It's fun. I speaking of Deric. This mother. Oh, I almost got to say explicit. He just spun up his second channel.
Oh, you got a second channel?
I did see that. Well, you're commenting with it in the live chat, so I noticed it there. And then,
am I? Oh, some bitch.
While we were talking, I sneakily went over and checked it out. Now I'm going to subscribe to it too.
Yeah, just cause all the 3D printing stuff, I was like, I don't know, that's not going to fit in with my normal grooves, but I kind of want to do something with it. So I just kind of did like a talk to camera blog style about my journey with 3D printing, and then I put up the time lapses on the shorts, and it's been doing okay.
I didn't even see the short stuff. Looks like your first videos, I mean, doing pretty well given that it's brand new channel.
Yeah, like I promoted it not at all, and I didn't even do much.
Hey, your shorts are doing well too. Look, your very first short has 11,000 views already.
Yeah.
It's just like time lapses. Bryson, my video editor, has been doing a deep dive on how to get like the very best time lapse footage of the Bamboo printers. Oh. He's like he's got like aftermarket lights in his, he's got like different camera settings. He's like, okay, here's what it looks like with my camera right up against the glass. Here's like a GoPro mounted inside. Here's like the internal one. Here's it through like AI upscalers and stuff like that.
I will say I have an issue with Bamboo, and that is the time-lapse footage. I tried that video I did of the talking head for that channel. I tried integrating the time-lapse footage alongside what I'm talking about. And every time I put that in and exported the video, it would crap out my Premiere Pro. It would just crash.
Oh, okay.
It's something to do with the time-lapse videos. Because once I took them out, it worked fine.
What you might want to check, this has always been an issue for me on some of my Premiere projects, is if you have footage at 2 different frame rates.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Okay.
So every single one of my time lapses is at a different frame rate. They're not consistent.
Yes. So right click the clip. Okay. Go to when the menu comes up, go to a little thing that says interpret footage, and then you can manually set the frame rate to whatever you want it to be. So just set it to whatever the rest of your footage is, and it'll either speed up the playback or slow it down depending on what the case is. But then it'll render properly, and then you can. It's so dumb. So let's say you're doing 24 frames per second footage, and you have one clip that's 48 frames per second. That won't render correctly. It'll make your Premiere crash on you. But then you go and say, okay, take that 48 frames per second clip, make it 24 FPS. Now it's playing back at 50% speed, which isn't ideal. So you can then set that clip to play back at double speed.
Oh, God.
And then it will render correctly. It's so asinine.
This is 2024, people. How was this?
This is like the pain of working with Adobe Premiere. It's like little things like that are just still unfixed. And it's been like this for years that I've been using the program.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Bad times, bro. Bad times.
Hey, well, I guess speaking of new tools, one of the things that I got today that I've seen a lot of people use, and I thought it was real gimmicky, but dude, as soon as I used it today, I was like, this is sick. Everybody needs these. Okay. First of all, do you guys have a guess? You've seen it all over Instagram, like tons of Instagram reels for years.
For years?
Years. Is it the
contour gauge?
No. Okay.
My dad
is it the measuring tape with the laser on it?
No, it's not the measuring tape with the laser. Your dad bought a contour gauge?
He bought a contour because he was trying to match some old crown molding, so he bought a contour gauge. He's like, "This thing sucks. You can't get any measurement with it." I was like, "Yeah, I could have told you that. Sorry, Dad."
Did he buy it off AliExpress?
I think he got it off Amazon.
Yeah. What's the difference? But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I got the Bora Speed Horse sawhorses.
The centipede?
No. It's called the Bora Speed.
Oh, those.
It's a horse that you just hold it and press a button and it goes. Whoosh, and the legs are instantly down. Dude,
I haven't seen that in a little bit on Instagram, but you're right. 2-3 years ago, they were everywhere.
So I had like the plastic like A-frame sawhorses, but every time I would open them, the little like thing in the middle that kept them from like pulling all the way out like wouldn't go down. So I just got to the point where I had these sawhorses and I would never use them, and they just pissed me off. But I was finally like, you know what? I'm going to get these Bora Speed Horses. dude, they're nice. You just one little handle, whoosh, whoosh, set it down, you instantly have a little tray. And then they collapse into such like a fairly small footprint that you can like hang it on the wall or toss under a bench or, whatever.
It's like the size of like a 2x4 when it folds up, isn't it? Like a little thicker.
Yeah, I'd say 4x4, like a
4x4.
4x4.
Okay.
But, dude, super nice. Super nice. So,
does it, whenever you press the button on the top, does it suck it back in, or is it kind of a pain to fold back up?
Folding, I wouldn't say it's a pain. You have to like grip the side and then like fold the leg in.
Grip and rip.
Yeah. But I don't mind cleaning it up as much as I do setting it up. Like if the setup takes a while, I'm never going to use it.
Yeah.
If the cleanup only takes a minute, it is what it is. But
damn, Deric, you've been doing a lot of 3D prints. You already got so many time lapses on your channel. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm behind too. I've got another dozen or so I got to put up there.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be nuts though? If you could build a channel strictly, all you ever do is just post time lapse pictures of.
I'll tell you,
it's very satisfying to watch. Oh, another tip, Deric. If you are looking to improve the quality of the footage, Topaz Lab, they make the AI upscaling software, and it works quite well for making the footage look nicer.
Like an add-in or something for Premiere?
I believe they have it as a plugin, but it's also a standalone app.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, my only problem with it is that it cuts off the footage. Like the bamboo only captures so much of the print, and so whenever it drops below a certain point, it's
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm surprised they didn't gear that camera towards vertical footage more.
I know. Yeah. True. Or again,
because where else are you going to use it?
Yeah.
A YouTube video.
Yeah, right?
I got this. Here, I think you guys can see. I got this additional light for this printer here, so you can see it's actually quite a bit brighter than one of the other ones.
Yeah.
So that's what the normal light looks like, and then that's what the upgraded light looks like. That was like $25 off Amazon. Just comes with a magnet. It mounts on the inside, right above the door here, and just throws a ton more light. So it makes the footage look quite a bit better.
So it's probably at a lower ISO.
Yeah, probably.
So it's not just grainy as all hell.
And the thing with the light that's in there is it's just on one side of the case. So you get these really harsh shadows on like the stuff that's facing away from the camera to the point where you can't really see what's going on. So another way you can improve the footage a little bit if you want.
Well, that's something I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts about. And something that I've noticed a couple people do recently. So in my last YouTube video that I put out, I tried it. And it's QR codes during the video. Have you noticed some people do this now?
Did you see mine yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Your Instagram thing.
Yeah. It's got a little QR code under the hat. Yeah. If you pause it just right, you can scan it.
Oh.
It takes you to my affiliate Amazon link.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But how would that work? So somebody's like on their phone. They would like have to get another phone to scan the QR code?
You Google Lens it. So you just pause it and you pull up like Google Lens or something like that and it scans it and takes you right there.
Okay. God,
I was thinking the exact same thing.
With it. Like I put up 2 videos on YouTube today and yesterday. Like I have a whole week's worth of plan to go. Shut up. And they are doing really well on YouTube Shorts. Like yesterday's at 12,000 views, and today's is already at 6,000 views, with 584 likes on the first one.
Wow,
which is insane for me.
Awesome, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it does work. It draws some intrigue.
It's driving some intrigue. I've gotten 12 new subs off of it too.
Nice. Okay. And you said is it an affiliate link?
Yeah, it's just my Amazon affiliate link. It just goes to the Bamboo Labs page on Amazon. They don't really have a whole lot on there, but they got some.
Okay. Are you converting any sales from that?
I don't know, because Amazon's like a couple days behind on that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's true. Yeah. I put out a video that did quite well, and I was like, "Ooh, let me see if I got any Amazon affiliate sales." And I was like, "What the hell? I didn't get anything." And then like 3 days later, I got some. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, it's just all a little bit delay."
My clicks on my Amazon links have increased by, I'd say, at least tenfold over the last.
I think the clicks are real time, but then the sales are maybe delayed a couple days or something like that. I don't know if it waits until the thing is delivered or whatever to register as a sale. Maybe I'm not sure.
Payment fulfilled or something like that.
Yeah,
but so it's interesting there because you show, or I guess you'd say you had the exact same outcome that I did. I put QR codes in my video when I was doing my like top 10 tool list video, whatever the hell it is. And so I'd be like link in description or scan with camera, and I'd just like pop it up fairly small in the corner and stuff like that. Dude, I had a ton of people scan those QR codes.
Really?
Yeah. I had a significantly higher success rate. So this video hasn't done as well. I think it's like about 100,000, a little below.
Yeah.
Which I'm still happy with. It's like, bummer, but
I mean, for video, I think you told me you filmed it in like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
I
mean, it took a while to edit it, but
true. Yeah. And so, so tell me about generating these QR codes, because is that an extra step? Did you take all the Amazon links, put them in a QR code generator, and then?
So that's basically what I had to do. Is I use a Bitly or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I used one called Rebrandly, which I wish I didn't.
Because
I wish I would have just used.
Last very long, are they?
I don't know. I wish I did Bitly from the very get go.
Isn't Bitly? Did Bitly get shut down? I tried to use it recently, and for some reason, I was like, I don't want to use it.
Oh, I don't know. But I didn't want to pay for it like way back in the day when I started. So this Rebrandly thing was free at first.
Okay.
And I think I pay for it now. I don't remember. But the website's just kind of clunky. It's not super great. But I could generate the QR code through that Rebrandly thing.
Okay.
And so I don't have to worry about the QR code like expiring or whatnot. But dude, I've noticed a significantly higher amount of people who are scanning them.
Huh. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you think about like somebody watching on their TV or something like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
what
like,
I'll just pop up my phone, scan it. Damn, maybe I should re-edit my video, put a bunch of QR codes.
You bring back that coffee table.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
if you use Adobe, they have a QR code generator that's part of like it's free. Like you can just use it. And it's exactly the URL that you put in. So there's no like worry.
Yeah,
that's what I use, and there's no worry about it getting paywalled or anything like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, I just noticed a lot of people are like, oh, I have this course or whatever. Scan this QR code and check it out. And I'm like, I would probably click to scan the QR code before I'd scroll down on the phone and type it in on Google or something like that. And like, I think it's low friction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Maybe I should. Now I'm like, should I go back? And it wouldn't take that long. It'd probably be like an hour or something to re-edit this video and throw some QR codes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you might consider it, but then it's got me thinking like, okay, for a video that's not a tool list video, right? Like a project build.
Yeah. Plans.
Do you do like the QR code for the plans? Do you do it for like every tool that you like? Yeah, you can't just abuse the shit out of it, right?
See, my plan going forward is to just generate one that goes to like my page, like pecantreedesign.com/links.
Yeah.
And then utilizing that and then putting whatever it is that I happen to be pushing at that time towards the top of that page, and then having everything else at the bottom, so that like if it was now, it would be like whatever tool or whatever I'm pushing now, and then in the future I could just push whatever up to the top, and then the link remains the same no matter what, and I own and control that link.
Yeah. That was actually, it's one of the highest traffic pages on my website is a page called Tools I Use, which is just like a big list of all the tools. And then they're obviously all affiliate links. But the one thing I've never done, and tell me if you guys have, I've never set up my like Amazon store. So like if you go on amazon.com/Spenceley Design Co. or whatever, I've never like set that up with categories and stuff.
I did a little bit.
To be honest with you, I don't know how to do it.
It's not very intuitive. It's a pain in the ass for sure.
That's kind of what I figured.
I've basically used it as a list of like you said, my top tools, like the tools I use, and like the consumables that I use and stuff like that. And I just use it as kind of a list, a catch-all list, and that's where I send. Instead of using individual affiliate links now, I just use that. Unless it's like a specific thing that I'm trying to affiliate link to, I'm just using that, and then you can go to the list and you can find whatever it is that I'm talking about. Because usually I'm talking about one of the same like 10 things.
Amazon has some built-in tools that I don't really make any use of for the affiliate stuff. Like you can have like your storefront and stuff like that.
Right, I've never used that.
Never used that either. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I should start thinking about it. If it increases conversions, right?
I always just send a link directly to the thing, because then I'm assuming somebody just hits add to cart and goes, like, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if they search through my store, that's going to decrease the likelihood that they're going to get something.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so did either of you, and if you tell me no, I'm not offended. Did you guys have a chance to watch that video? Like, were the QR codes distracting?
No, so I watched that video when it first came out, and I actually didn't even notice the QR code. So I would say not distracting at all. Okay. I probably like threw it on while I was, cleaning the house or something like that. So didn't bother me at all. Okay. What would you say if you had to like ballpark how much more effective the conversion is on the QR codes?
20-30%.
Okay, pretty significant.
So I'm not going to say, it's 4x
Yeah.
Also, just could have happened to be like those tools look like they were, wanted to get purchased more or whatever. But
the fact that anybody used the QR codes at all is honestly kind of surprising to me. So
I know.
It's a good data point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So like on my the next video that I'm putting out, I'm doing a survey. Kind of similar to what we're doing with the podcast here. It's actually where we got the idea from. For people like to take a quick survey, fill something out on the channel. And I feel like that is going to have a pretty decent conversion. Just like, hey, just scan this QR code, it'll take you 2 minutes, and then get back to video or whatever. I think that's going to have a much higher conversion rate than people having to scroll down into the description and find it, right? Because the description box gets cluttered.
It does get cluttered. That is definitely a problem. I think I'm too boomer when it comes to QR codes, because when I see a QR code in real life, I'm like, God damn, not another QR code that I have to
with a menu.
Yeah, with a menu or something like that. Like I get like all like old person-y real quick about that.
I like
it. See, I think I'm in the minority. I think I'm just a weirdo that doesn't. Maybe it's like flashbacks to COVID times or something like that.
Yeah, I don't love it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So you said you're having success with them on the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that like I just went back and let the video play a little bit while we were talking just to watch it. I think he did it. It's like nice and unoffensive. It's the only thing I would say is that when I paused the video, the UI for YouTube covered some of the QR code.
Yeah.
So
I've been sitting here trying to scan and I can't get it to scan.
Yeah, so I think if somebody paused the video in order to scan it, the little status bar that comes up might be blocking it.
And I would say almost it needs a white border around it to make it stand out from the background, because if you have a dark background, then you might lose the QR code.
Okay, interesting. All good feedback. This is why I ask.
Yeah.
Huh. And so the the text that's captured in your QR code, that's the short link that they provide you. I only say because it's a pretty detailed QR code for being a short link.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like, you might, if you use whatchamacallit, not Bitly, but the other one you were saying, if you use that, they might add some other tracking data on top of it, right?
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Huh.
I would try. I mean, if I would use that, not Amazon, the Adobe one. Actually, I'm surprised Amazon doesn't have a built-in QR code link generator. That would be smart of them to do.
Have you seen on Amazon recently that they'll have people like almost like, I don't know, you're going to buy a sweatshirt or something, and
the Vine or whatever?
No. That's like the review thing. I'm talking
Okay.
about where like you go to buy a sweatshirt or buy a new table saw blade or whatever, and they have this section on the website where it's like people who made like reels or something about the product on the page. Like, do those people get like commission on it, or do like Amazon buy the video from them, or like?
Give me an example item. I wonder if this is a Canadian American thing and I just don't see it. Because if I go to,
I'm just gonna go on Amazon and look for like pants.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna say women's
Levi's.
leggings.
Oh yeah, women's leggings.
No, come on. Okay, something. See if I can find one. I feel like I'm not gonna be able. Okay, here we go. I got a link. I'm gonna put it in the private chat here.
Okay.
Boom. So scroll most of the way down.
You mean the section that says videos for this product?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen that before. Is it only for clothing? I wonder.
I don't know.
No, it's a new thing. So they have a video platform on Amazon now, and you can go on there and post video reviews, and apparently you can even get affiliate commissions off of your video reviews. If people click on your video review and then buy the thing, you get a little bit off of it.
I wonder if I should be like, this toolless video that I did and you did, Eric. Should we be like clipping the segments where we talk about the thing?
Should. And then do this.
Wow.
So, but if there are 100 videos on this pants listing,
but there's not. Like, I'm looking at this. Like, this is women's pants, and there's 4. Oh, I guess there's like 8 or something like that. But there's none for the woodworking stuff.
It's something I've heard about, but I haven't gone deep on. But I know it's a thing that people are. It's a new thing. I think this last year or so they've been pushing with posting video reviews and that being part of the affiliate program.
Interesting. Videos for this.
Upload your video.
There's a lot of. Interesting. I see 4. I went on the Micro J gripper. There are 4 pages of video. So, like, how does it work? Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have a.
Huh.
I'm definitely gonna look into this a little bit.
I think you just write a review and you add a photo or a video.
But then do you automatically start earning affiliate commission?
That I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that you're not just getting affiliate commissions off of a review, of like a written review.
No, I don't think so either.
So I'm going to go on it right now. Videos, upload your own video for this product. Holidays are here. Create shoppable videos. Okay.
It's called Amazon Inspire.
Yeah. Interesting.
Amazon. Okay. Now I'm Inspire.
Huh.
Affiliate.
You know what I'm inspired to do?
Hit the after show.
Head to the after show and explore this even more.
Yeah.
Ooh. And we've got some grievances to air.
All right. Oh yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Everybody, thanks so much for hanging out. Please help us out this season. Head down to the link in the video description. God, I've spent too much time on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there is a video. Head down to the link in the description for the show notes. There's a link to a survey. If you could take 2 minutes, fill that out.
Much appreciated. 2 minutes and 35 seconds, according to the show.
If you finish the survey, it'll be worth your time. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say. So everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're heading over to the after show at patreon.com/offthecut-podcast. Head over there if you want to join us. But if not, we'll catch you next week. Podcast will be on Monday, the 23rd, because Tuesday the 24th is Christmas Eve.
I'm gonna be too busy waiting for Santa Claus to possibly do a podcast. I'll be camped out by the fireplace with milk and cookies.
All the ho-ho-hos. Talking about the
family show.
No, the treat. Ho-hos.
Okay, you got lucky, buddy.
Yeah,
you are skating on thin ice.
I'm a classy guy. See ya.
See ya, everybody.
Later.
That's a lot of effort.
My jaw is sore.
My fingers start cracking.
Who the hell is ever going to know?
It's good practice.
It's more of a mental curiosity.